Hi dear, this is Adeep from the technology. This video we are going to talk about types of SDLC. So if you don't watch the SDLC video, please take your time, watch that first, then come to the SDLC. Let me begin the SDLC types. So as we discussed, SDLC is software development life cycle, is a process where the software built, design, test, and release. So with this process, there are a couple of models that associate it. We would like to start to discuss on each famous process of software development models. We will cover Waterfall Model, Incremental Model, Spiral Model, V Model, Agile Model, and DevOps Model. So these models are used to each of them in different purposes, different goals. So we are going to use 3 questions for each model to explain them. So let's start with Waterfall here. Waterfall model is a process of software development model. And let's start the first question. What is the Waterfall model? The Waterfall model is one of the oldest model in the software development industry. This model is very easy to understand. This model is also known as a linear approach, where each phase must be completed before another phase. The process for this model is the same as a SDLC. It begins with requirements, ends to the release. So one of the different is here, once the software completed, build is completed, then it released to the end user's hand. So requirements is come first. When the requirements completed, gathered, then the design phase is started. I mean, each phase must be completed before another phase. And as we talk about testing, in here testing is not going to start at the initial phase. Testing is in the waterfall model always start after the execution, which is the feature build. So testing is not an early test approach, is not possible to adopt here. So let's come to the advantage of this model. The advantage of this model, let's go step by step. Number 1, it is easy and simple to understand. Number 2, it has a very clear structured phases. As you see, requirement phase, design phase, executed phase, testing phase, release phase. Each phase must be completed before to start other phase. Number 3 is well suited for projects with well-defined requirements that are unlikely to change. Let's move on to the disadvantages. So number 1 disadvantage for this model, it is inflexible to change. For example, if the requirement once is collected, then it cannot be changed up to end of the development, up to end of this model. So it is inflexible to change. The second, number 2 disadvantage of this model is the late discovery of issue can be expensive. For example, testing is done after the execution phase. So what happens if the issue come after the release? So when the issue found after the release, building and fixing or rebuilding of that issue is more expensive. Disadvantage number 3. This waterfall model is not an ideal model for complex or large scale projects, especially with those projects where the requirements keep changing every day. We will start the second model of the SDLC, which is incremental model. Stay tuned with us. If you got any question, please comment below. Thank you.